Welcome back to the Daily Venture as I talk about the outline for the film. The Marvels teases a cosmic tale that will drive Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan to their breaking points. Dwayne Johnson declined Black Adam cameo in the Shazam sequel, and the director in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania teases Bill Murray's role in the upcoming film. How would it feel waking one morning to find yourself in a bedroom that was not yours? How would you feel about learning that you found yourself in a fan's bedroom? What would happen if you were in a critical situation? When it comes to the upcoming film, The Marvels, we will see Brie Larson, the uber-powerful heroine, back into her roots as she retakes center stage after appearing in 2019's Avengers: Endgame. After a couple of exciting cameos in the post-credits scenes from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings and even Ms. Marvel, Carol Danvers is in for an intense voyage across the cosmos, although she won't be the only other one to take up the name. Per Captain Marvel News on Twitter, the short description of the story proves that the titular team of the Marvels will need to learn to function together to take on a potent threat. Carol Danvers aka Captain Marvel has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence, stated in the synopsis. But unintended consequences see Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with that of Jersey City superfan Kamala Khan aka Ms. Marvel and Carol's estranged niece Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, this unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe as the Marvels. While story elements remain scarce, many Marvel Cinematic Universe lovers of the franchise have already seen peaks of the Marvels. The post-credits scene of Ms. Marvel caught young Kamala Khan moving from her bedroom to an undisclosed location, seemingly switching spots with Carol Danvers. Upon learning that she's back on Earth, the Avenger panics and tries to run as quickly as possible. It's presently obscure how this specific circumstance fits into the Marvels, but numerous fans have considered it a provoking happening. As for how the cosmic combatants will work, audiences can anticipate some disagreeing when they first come together. Despite this, Ms. Marvel star Iman Vellani indicated that while her young superhero character is originally dissatisfied, she understands to overwhelm that negativity. I think she has certain expectations about what this teamwork should look like, you know, from the comics and all these stories that she hears about the Avengers, Vellani stated. So, it's not exactly what she dreamed it was gonna be, so I think Kamala's kind of the glue of the group and holds these guys together. As for the first Captain Marvel in the MCU, performer Brie Larson announced that the Marvels would focus on some parts of the character that were too dark to fit in an origin story. Now, it's digging into some more of the complexities, that there's much more to her than that, Larson stated. There are parts that are not so great about her, that we can see a hero as not being the person that makes every right decision all the time. The Marvels soars into theaters on July 28, 2023. Meanwhile, less than 2 months since Dwayne Johnson brought the anti-hero, Black Adam, to the big screen. The epic was a debut for the character and told the tale of vindictive Taith Adam, who is compelled to steer an improbable path as Kandak's guardian after being given powers that draw strength from the abilities of Shazam. Hollywood giant Johnson might have spoken about how he opposed bringing Taith Adam's origin story to fruition, but the performer reportedly turned down an opportunity to get him in the forthcoming Shazam sequel. As reported by The Wrap, Johnson reportedly passed on doing a cameo in Shazam 2 when he was asked. While this has not been affirmed, if this is the case, the report is a considerable blow to audiences expecting to see Johnson's Black Adam and Zachary Levi's Shazam go toe-to-toe in the future DC phases, which I would have liked to see instead of Superman vs. Black Adam. The two characters, which convey more than their signature lightning bolt insignia, have a lengthy narrative, resulting in an arch-nemesis of magnanimous ratios. In the comic industry, Adam, who evolves into someone corrupt due to the volume of his power, is a precursor to Billy Batson, a Shazam. As Adam also starts as a good and worthy human, he is given powers by the same wizard who later deems Billy meritorious of the same abilities. Taith Adam is then expelled and moved into a 5,000-year-long slumber after failing to use his powers for the betterment of humankind. However, when awoken, Billy is the prey of much of his torment due to the similarity in their abilities. Hence, a possible alignment of the two characters arriving face to face in the DCU would have been sufficient to ship fans over the moon. The announcement comes amid a humongous shift for DC Studios under the new direction of Chiefs James Gunn and Peter Safran. Unfortunately, in what was eventually beginning to be a thrilling time for lovers of the franchise of the DC Universe, many of the significant undertakings audiences were looking forward to now have questionable futures. Despite Henry Cavill making a jaw-dropper mid-credits arrival in Johnson's Black Adam as Superman, fans were shocked when the performer announced he would not be recapping his red cape after all, despite telling a proper comeback to the franchise just weeks earlier. Although, there are still plots to take the KALL legacy forward while concentrating on the more premature elements of the character's narrative. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Justice League are other characters stained in uncertainty. If the information Johnson turned down a cameo in Shazam 2 is accurate, it's apparent the broader DC mess could have influenced the conclusion. Given how fast things are shifting in the DCU, anything is doable, so let's wish a Black Adam Shazam confrontation will occur at some point in time. Black Adam is currently streaming on HBO Max. Also, the forthcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania is geared to feature renowned performer Bill Murray in a starred role. Though not much is understood about who he is, director Peyton Reed has given lovers of the upcoming film some perception into what to assume from him. Talking to Entertainment Weekly in the latest discussion, Reed spoke of how Murray will take part in a character from Janet Van Dyne's, Michelle Pfeiffer, past and that he has a crucial role in the movie. Bill Murray plays a character from Janet Van Dyne's past, stated Reed. It's a crucial role. A big theme in this movie is the things that parents and kids don't say to each other, the secrets that they keep in families. In the last movie, when Hank and Hope rescue Janet, Evangeline Lilly's character had this idea of, "Oh, I'm going to be reunited with my mom, this is going to be great, we're going to talk about everything." But what happens if the other person, in this case Janet, puts up a wall and maybe is not comfortable talking about certain things and doesn't reveal certain things about her past? As we know from great stories, you can put the past behind you, but the past will always find a way to show up again. Bill's character represents that in this movie. Only how Murray's character will correspond to these ideas continues to be seen, but considering his presence in the trailer, Janet Van Dyne does appear to know him well. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly immediately share the spotlight as Scott Lang, Ant-Man, and Hope Van Dyne aka the Wasp, respectively. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania is set to premiere on February 17, 2023.